Hours we've seen more evictions. Is that right? Give us an update.
Well, in actual fact, there, Natasha, what you're starting to see now is a greater humanitarian crisis where you've got more people being evicted at this hour and more of them trying to salvage what remains of their goods here this afternoon. And I think, those who managed to send their kids to school this morning, their kids are returning from the classroom without anywhere to go. So you have a situation like this here right now where you've got scores of residents, hundreds in actual fact, who are trying to salvage their goods. Let's chat to some of them now to find out what their thoughts are and exactly what their plans are, where they will be going this evening. Mama, you were chatting to me a bit earlier on saying that you're paying 7,000 Rand to stay here and you've been paying consistently.
Yes, we are paying 7,000 Rand. The other one, they are paying 9,000 Rand a month. And there's no
They didn't communicate to you, did they?
If you go to them, you communicate with them, they say, no, the rent is like that.
Do you know where you're...
And every year, the rent is going up, and they're not maintaining anything. I can go and live with you and go and see the place, who like the place. The place is like honeydew, and we are paying a lot of money.
All right, let's chat to some of the young people who are also just seated out here on some of these pails, these buckets as well. Puti, I was chatting to you a bit earlier on and you said that you have nowhere to go this evening. No one has communicated with you about what is happening here.
Ishubile phandle efanele ukuthi niphume nihambe nje but ke thina besiloko sibhadala every month asidange satyala nenyanga eyi1 so as understand nangoku akuna nomuntu oyi1 from bona omastand or from community or from whatever they talking about. They've been talking about people's housing trust, they've been paying money kuyo but nayo ayikafiki izothetha natha.
All right. Essentially what that resident is saying is that they're still waiting for someone to come and communicate with them as residents on what exactly the way forward is. He says that there's been no communication, but what we do understand is that there was a community meeting that was held, which clearly seems that majority of these residents were not part of with regard to today's raids. The Red Ants have also moved from this area now to some of the other buildings. As I indicated a bit earlier on there, Natasha, is that the Red Ants were targeting, based on that order that was received through the sheriff's office, targeting 60 of the apartments in 16 buildings, accusing them of not paying for their rental as well as their services. But if you could just take a look here right behind me at the moment, Natasha, I think of greater concern for these residents at the moment is that the weather seems to be quite overcast. It has been raining for a couple of days towards the afternoon, and they're concerned that that rain will start pouring down once and you would have their mattresses as well as some of their electrical appliances out here this afternoon. But we'll continue to monitor the situation. We spoke to the police spokesperson a bit earlier on as well, who did indicate that they've managed also to quell the tensions here. As we indicated a bit earlier on, there'd also been some residents who refused to move and had burned some tires and threw some rocks, but the police have managed to contain that situation at the moment. So it remains to be seen what will happen moving forward, but we're also getting wind of the fact that there might be some of the residents who will rush to court to try and get an order to stop these evictions from continuing. We'll certainly monitor that as it happens.
All right, Griselda, thank you very much for that. Our Griselda Lewis has been out since early this morning.